Alright, let's get started with this. Alright, so got a bit of a new setup here. I'm in a new sitting arrangement. Ended up moving desks, so now I have a partner desk with my wife, so I have my stuff behind me. I have a nice view outside during the day, kind of a wall and some green, not really. And hoping my kids don't wake up. So I'm gonna see if maybe I can do this for like 20 minutes and see how it turns out. I've been working on this shot far longer than I really wish to talk about. I've been delayed because I built a PC for my wife and redid the office, and I've only really started reworking in the past week. If you check out my Twitter right now, maybe I can pop this down. And I can, I'm on Twitter. See, I just don't know how Twitter works. Dude, how do you go to your account? There you go. There we go, here. Yeah, so this is the new setup. Did it maybe, oops, trying to scroll on the wrong screen. Maybe did it a few weeks ago, and got a nice, got my Cintiq set up and my big screen set up with an arm that kind of allows me to move stuff out, which is nice, and kind of move my iPad already. I don't really like it there. I don't really know if I'm going to keep the studio mic. I'm going to see how this new fancy headset works and see if I decide to just keep it on a headset. So far, I like it. It's pretty good. It's Corsair. I actually built my wife's whole machine on Corsair, which is kind of nice. A little different piece. So now I'll get into actually making something. All right. So first off, let me see if, so I guess I'm going to be sitting here. Let me see if I can adjust my settings. All right. Always need a handy dandy drawing glove. I don't know why, it just feels better like that. I'm going to see if I can angle my camera down a little bit. This is kind of my zoom setup during work. I think it's a little high. What I'm doing. Go a little wider too. There we go. It's a bit better. See all my fancy books. Alright, so let's get into it. Yeah. Alright. So here, let me go a little wide and show what's going on with this shot. So, add it out. Let's see. So here, let me play this through. So she's doing battle with this bad monster that came out of her phone. Kind of animating it in this weird way where I'm kind of using puppeting a bit as a way to kind of help guide the traditional hand-drawn animation that I'll do later. So that's why there's a lot of overlapping. I'm not super worried about the cleanup or the fact that she has no belly or that her belly is disconnected from her waist. That's definitely stuff I'll draw later. What I am kind of worried about is I'm worried about this guy. He's the part I'm worried about right now. I'm kind of happy with her motion. So let me see, let's watch. So the first hit is good. second hit is good. I feel like there needs to be some kind of effect when he hits. Alright. So I want to see what the contact feels like. So the first hit felt fine. Yes, I feel like the contact is a little late. Should probably hit like here. This might... Maybe I want to hold this one more frame. See if that changes anything. It's just speed lines. I'll probably do a better job of it later. Seriously should have grabbed water before I started. Oh well, hindsight. Alright, so I'm gonna grab these frames and try to scooch them down. Oops, that is not what I wanted. Way too far. Alright, let's see if this feels any better. Still feels kind of late. No, I guess... Let's see how this looks. Alright. That's not bad. But as I said, I think I need some kind of effect in here. So let me add another panel. And we'll call this attack. Actually, I'll just call it FX. I mean, I like the liquid kind of stuff on her sword, but I feel like I need something else. Yep, and I made a weird line. Alright, so this is kind of a fun thing. So I made it, but where'd it go? So this is kind of where you got to get into the node editor a little bit. Sometimes you start embedding things, it gets kind of deep. And what happened is this new thing I just made. Did it even make it? Maybe I didn't make it. Add column. Alright, I'm gonna try to do it again. Come on, mister. Alright. That's being dumb. Come on. So I'm gonna call this FX. When I undid it, it probably erased it. That's why. Alright, so I'm back in the node editor again. Oh my god, I'm not seeing this. Seriously, I hate when this shit happens. Oh, there it is. So, where is it? Oh, it somehow got out here. Alright, well, anyway, I'll just cut it. Put it in here. It doesn't matter where it goes, really. I'm not tying this to their body. So it's just going to go from the input. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna just undo this. Actually, I add it from here. There it goes. That connected right. Alright. And the location's fine. And here it is. It's called FX1. No big deal. Go back to the parent just in case it's still there. Nope, it's not. Alright. So I kind of want this to show up as a different color. So maybe make it, no, make it red. I have this pink, but that's pink. That makes more sense. Alright, so this is the hit moment. So the hit would be right here. Get rid of the frame. So maybe I'll do, so the direction is going this way, so maybe it's like a, like this kind of thing. Kind of get on the other side, but I'll try to keep it more going in the flow. Do another key. Dissipate it. Let's see. Let me do one more. Alright, well, I might as well just do one more. Alright, let's see how that feels. Alright, so the first thing I'm feeling is it feels slow. And it is a little much to do at that moment, so what I'm going to do is, I think I'll keep it on 2s to start. Maybe put it on 1s. See how that looks. Yeah, it feels a lot better. And I'll do the same in the other location. So right after the contact, which would be here. I think maybe obscuring it a little bit may not be bad. Hold this for 2. Then the following ones I'll do on ones. See how this looks. Yeah, that feels a lot better. Alright, so that's feeling pretty good. Clicking the wrong place because I'm looking up at my monitor and not realizing that it's kind of separate. Haha. Alright. So next thing I gotta do, looking at her here, I don't think anybody knows what this actually looks like. So this is the model. So in this pose, you can see she's wearing a jacket. So I'm trying to do is I animate the wobbly parts. So what I want to do is I want to draw this circle, which is her jacket bottom, so I can animate the secondary action on it. So I am going to make another layer, but I want it to be on the girl. So I'm going to go in here. I want to tie it to her chest, which is the torso pin, and I'm going to make a layer under this and call it jacket. Just to test. Create a frame here. Okay, so it's connected in right. If you don't see anything on the screen, it's probably because the node is not connected to the output, which is why you don't see things. Everything in Harmony has to be connected to the output. Alright. I think I'm going to just do this green so it's clearly visible. So where I have it is above her hips. Maybe about here. I'm just going to draw the whole curve. That's a terrible curve. Alright, let me rotate it and try that again. So basically, maybe I just draw the jacket. So I have it come off her chest like this, go under, and then it's going to kind of follow the rib cage, but not really, and then go back up. Another terrible curve. Let's try it again. Yeah. And this side will be the other end of the curve. So I'm not going to worry too much. Actually, you know what? Maybe I will have the edges of the jacket. That's not a bad thing to kind of help. Let me pull this out a little bit. Alright. So if I scrub this, it should kind of track to the location of the chest. Well, it's not going to because I don't have any frames. So it should enter probably around here. Actually, 21 seems right. And then I'm going to just go all the way to the end. Extend the exposure. And it got really far off. Let me see how it's hooked up. See? So it seems right here, it disconnects. So it's probably following the wrong body part. So I think it should be tied into her torso. So I'm going to disconnect it and tie it into the torso instead. And where it renders doesn't matter for what I'm doing, because I'm going to draw over everything. Alright, so now it's off, which is fine. I'm going to just rotate it back into place. Which is about there. A little shift. That seems right. Yeah. A little too much opening on that side. Alright. So now if I scrub through it, it should stick to the chest much better. I do have a situation where her chest kind of moves. See, it turns right here. Right. So I'm going to try to put this closer to the chest so I can see what frames I'm dealing with. So I want to move this hair top. Oh, there's the other effects. We will just get rid of that. Oh, always save. Oh, you do? For harmony? I kind of like the X sheet on the side. I mean, I do have it on the bottom too. You can bring it up the timeline down here. So sometimes it's good. I guess it's kind of like when you need something, when you're doing hand drawn, having the X sheet up here is really nice. This is the node view, which is, yeah, trippy, definitely. Alright, let me get back into the, oops, drawing view. Alright, so yeah, so what I want to do is I want to move the jacket, which is connected here, to where the torso is connected. So I gotta find the torso. Hello, torso, there it is. So I want to connect it there. So that'll be nice, because now they'll be right next to each other, and when I am drawing, I can see when the keyframe changes. Alright, let me go back to the jacket layer. Alright, so right in here, what's happening is, I think I can go through the drawing of the jacket, the torso. So what's happening here is the torso is changing angle and then going back. It's pretty simple, but it's just because when she gets hit, it moves. One thing I gotta figure out is how to set up alerts. Because I can't hear when somebody talks to me. Yeah, there's no way to do alerts. Maybe there's an alert in the restream site. he has at the studio. No, he wants me to do something else. Whatever. Figure it out for next time. Alright, so at this point, turn off ghosting. Alright, so this is a little more complicated than just a simple rotation of the torso, because I want there to be secondary animation on this. So probably what I'm going to do is I'm going to set this up at the key, which would be over here, and I'll mark it as key. Turn on ghosting, so it's still draping along the same area on this side, at least the side of the coat, and over here. But what would happen is that it would pivot here. This would be drag. So it'd maybe come down like that. And then this side too. Actually, no. Go the other way. That would be the reverse. So go this way. So let me keep this. Yeah, that's how it would go. And then this side would be over here. And then just to maintain mass, I'm gonna try to get this curve. Slide it over. Kind of, I mean it's expanding, so it's fine. So what happens is that the coat would kind of sway. So let me go back to these frames. I feel like I need to possibly break this up a little bit more into two pieces. I think that might be better. Yeah, let me undo this. I think I'm going to do it this way. This will be a little faster. The whole name of doing it this way is to make it faster overall. So I want to get rid of let's go back to number 1. Alright. So what I mean by what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually break this up into two pieces. So we'll have this side part. I think I'm not going to worry too much about the back. And then this side part. Okay. So I'm going to rename this. Jacket. L. Copy, apply, close, and then I'm going to make another one. This one will be jacket R. Alright, unfortunately I probably put it in a weird place. Find where this went. Oh, there it is, right here. Alright, so I'll cut that out. and I'm going to paste it. This right next to the other one. You can click the line to see where it's going. Then I'll connect it into the same spot. Go back to drawing view, camera view. Create one on the right. So go all the way to the end. Fill in the frames, right to the top. I'm literally going to just take this, cut it, put it into R, paste. Alright, so now I have two pieces of the jacket. So it should be easier for me to kind of animate and fudge with in the animation timeline down here. Alright. Alright, so now I gotta make pegs so I can animate them, because otherwise the animation doesn't work too well. So let's find them down here. I can zoom in on this timeline a little bit. I'll create a peg for each. And get rid of all this on the side now, because this is now how I'm going to animate. This is kind of one of the reasons why I like this program, is you can shift around how you're animating and kind of pick how to animate based on the scenario. Plus you can zoom in on the timeline, which is kind of cool. Alright. So the first thing I have to do is I'm going to set keys for both of these for their first frames. And then I'm going to adjust the pivots for both. So what does that mean? So right now, the pivot's in completely the wrong place. So I'm going to zoom out, use the rotation tool to move the pivot. Probably want it pivoting from around here. Makes sense. And then for this one, do it about the same. Alright. Alright, so now I can see how this will animate. What this lets me do is now I can select these and rotate the pieces. And it will create a key or animation. Right. So right now she leans back and wiggles forward. This is probably a hold point over here. So I'll set keys here. So she moves backwards first, so I'll go to the end of this, and then I'm going to drag both, I'm going to animate both of these this way, a little bit. Wrong frame, I like doing it on the E odds. And then I'm going to use this, I'm going to copy. Actually, I just want to copy the keys. I don't want to copy anything else. And paste. What I'm going to do is I'm going to overshoot these a bit. Just a hair. So see, that was a little bit of sway. And now what's kind of cool is I can convert these to holds if I want. I click in this button. That's it. And then I just keep going through the animation with that. So think that's the extent of streaming I'm gonna do tonight. Hope to do this again very soon. I just have to go to bed because I have to get up early to do some stuff in the morning. But otherwise, thanks for joining, and have a good night.